Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at energy fuels. It is time for another update, and for any of you who might be new, on the long time frame we have been tracking from the all-time low in March 2020 this idea of a 1-2 setup that has developed in the green scenario. Now so far we have been tracking still two interpretations that could develop overall in the green scenario in this wave 2, and yeah, right now I am actually more inclined to remove the yellow interpretation, and it's not because it got fully invalidated, but the probability of this working out is extremely reduced, and at this point I feel like it just clutters up the chart. But one last time before we remove it, again, this is still plausible. Technically it could still happen, but I find it extremely improbable at this moment. And in this idea in yellow we have been tracking an A wave down or a wave W, doesn't matter, then an overshoot either in an X wave or a wave B, and then we would have expected another leg down that would likely reach again the support zone that we had here for wave 2, resetting the wave 2 and reaching the area between the $4.10 down to the $1.4 level. Now again, this could work out still, but it's so improbable that it's not worth to keep it up on the chart for the clutter if we fail to hold the support zones that we have right now, and we will have quite maybe one or even two support ideas before we even get to the white support zone that would break the direct upside in the white scenario. And yeah, it's not worth keeping it in that case. So we will mainly focus on the white scenario, where we are considering this correction in the wave 2 complete here, and to the upside we have been tracking this idea of a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, another 1-2 setup here, a third wave up, a fourth wave down, and then this as a fifth wave to the upside, where we still had within this interpretation a couple of other options that could play out. And I presented in a few videos ago this opportunity in the orange scenario, where instead of having a fifth wave here, we would have a wave 1 up. In the orange scenario, we would be looking for a correction in the wave 2 in the support zone that we have here, and then a third wave to the upside that would be much stronger, and yeah, could overall shift the entire structure, where it would instead be a series of 1-2 1-2 setups, and this could have turned into the actual third wave. But yeah, we didn't manage to create an actual clear impulse here in the movement after the initial reach in the support zone, and we really rather created just an ABC structure, and then yeah, we were looking for another leg down to reset this idea in orange. We didn't necessarily get that, and we followed the blue scenario instead, that is tracking a slightly different count within the white interpretation, where yeah, instead of really having the third wave, the large third wave top here, we would still be within it, and then we would have yet to complete the actual fifth wave that would fill it. Then this fifth wave would still be in development, this fourth wave would be here, and this would have been the actual wave 3 top. Now this count actually works perfectly, and in this case I would have needed to look for a support zone in the area, let's see, between the $10.7 down to the $8.3 level, and we reached in this idea, in this interpretation, the first level of support for a wave 4. It worked out and we managed to push directly higher, but now I can't really track reliably this orange interpretation anymore. Technically it could still work out that this is a series of 1-2 1-2 1-2 1-2, and then this could turn into a third wave up, but then this entire series of movements that formed previously here would also have to be a series of 1-2s that yeah, it just becomes a little bit unrealistic. Now I'm not pointing out that this cannot happen, that we cannot have an extremely bullish movement immediately, but the probabilities would rather make me focus firstly on this blue interpretation. Now, right now, yeah, we are a little bit in between. We are looking at a diagonal structure within this fifth wave in blue. So if we form here just an ABC structure, we could then see a larger correction within the wave 4 here, and yeah, it would rather confirm after another 4 or 5 ABC pattern in the 5th wave that we probably have finally completed here this larger wave 3. And in this case, I would rather even remove the orange interpretation from the chart right now and instead focus on the blue scenario within the wave interpretation, have the white support zone here as backup, although I would expect still further upside for now. There are possibilities that, yeah, we could even consider this movement actually complete within the wave 5. Not my preferred interpretation, but an idea. So we have the blue scenario of how I am really looking at it, and an idea of how it could have topped here in the 5th wave already would be if this was a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a 3rd wave up, a 4th wave down, and now it would be a 5th wave to the upside. Now this would also be in an ending diagonal, but I find it much more probable at the moment that, yeah, we can still look for continuation to the upside within the blue scenario, where we had an ABC pattern in the wave 1, an ABC pattern in the wave 2. We are having right now an ABC pattern within the wave 3, and in this case I would be looking to reach an ideal target for the wave 3 here in blue at the 138.2% extension. That would be around the $16.4 level. Now in this blue scenario, we don't necessarily look for the same targets we had in the orange interpretation. That was an exceedingly bullish scenario, but at the moment I find that a little more or a little less likely to work out, actually maybe a little more, but yeah, right now there's nothing to be done about that. We should probably not get too exceedingly bullish as it would be in the case that we would still track a series of 1-2 setups in this area that would allow a much more bullish breakout instantly. So also the RSI is providing me the same suggestion really, where yeah, we are right now in an overall wave 3 within an overall 5th wave to the upside in this area, and in that idea we can even look for the extension here for an ideal wave B within the 3rd wave. And let me make this in the blue interpretation, but remember the 138.2% extension is the ideal target for a 3rd wave. Now I haven't checked previously the ideal target for a wave 3, what that would be in this case, but I would be looking at the 100% extension. That would be just a little short of the ideal target for a wave 3, but honestly within this C wave we can go a little closer, yeah, here in the time frame, and we could argue that we have a series of 1-2 setups. Then this could be a 3rd wave up that, yeah, I'm not even sure it is finished yet. Really could also be developing as a slightly different count within a diagonal structure within this wave C. It is a little bit more difficult to determine in such a short time frame, nothing very clear. But I suppose if we were looking for direct continuation to the upside within a wave C, I would expect to hold support in the area. Let's check for a diagonal structure, but it would be in the area between the $15 level down to the $4.5 level. Now I could see it working out even if it goes down to the larger extension here of the area, where this is an entire ABC structure, but it looks, yeah, this doesn't look very much like an ABC structure, so I'm not sure about that. And then it would be allowed to go as low as the $14.3 level, but below that we might actually have a slightly different count, and yeah, either have a larger correction, who knows, maybe this is after all just a larger ABC structure that completed, and then it would be an A wave up, a B wave down, and then another C wave to actually reach a target for this wave 3. So if we break below the $14.3, we are actually opening the doors for something that would allow a break much deeper into retracement in this area. And to give you an idea of how low it could go if it fails to hold that level, it would be as low as the $12.5 level and still allow for direct continuation to the upside in this area. And for now, there really isn't much else to add. I will leave a general target on the chart here for the third wave up. And yeah, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.